Okay, this is how the engine foot looks once I have pulled it out. Grease is nice, except on my body. Hi everyone and welcome back. My name is Giuseppe and this is Maruzza. I have been working for months on Maruzza in a Greek boatyard, preparing her for a big African journey. I have done a ton of things in this time. Now it is the engine's turn. It has some problems.
Che è successo?
So what happened? The engine started leaking oil from the foot.
Quindi per tutta una serie di considerazioni
I think the problem is with the shaft oil seals.
paraoli dell'asse di trasmissione.
They are here, more or less, so now I need to remove the foot and replace the seals. But I've never done it before, so we'll do that together, literally.
Allora, per prima cosa
First thing, I drained the oil. How? There are two plugs, here and there. You unscrew the bottom one first and then the top one. The oil drains completely.
questo è
This is a 1998 Johnson 8 horsepower.
98
On this engine there are two bolts underneath
da svitare e uno
and
basso
one
da
above.
svitare.
All need to be unscrewed. You need imperial wrenches, remove the bolts and the foot comes out. Very simple. Okay, this is how the foot looks once removed.
Sfilato. Questa è la
This is the rear side and this is the front side.
Quindi
This is the front mounting bolt, the one I unscrewed from the top. I left it here for convenience.
questo qui
This is the gear
è
shaft.
l'asse di trasmissione delle marce.
It connects to the gear lever,
Legata con la leva del cambio
forward,
e
reverse and
la
neutral.
marcia indietro e il foglio. Questo qui
And this is
invece
the
è
power
l'asse di
shaft.
trasmissione delle
When the
marce.
engine runs, this spins.
Questo gira
With gear engaged, the propeller spins. Very simple.
molto semplicemente. Quello che dobbiamo
Now,
fare
to
per
reach the seals, we need to
paraoli
remove
è
the seal
la scatola
case.
dei paraoli. La scatola dei
The
paraoli
seal
è
case is this black part at the bottom.
che è
Above it sits the impeller housing, here.
e che è questa qua. Quindi per togliere i paraoli, quindi togliere la
So first we must remove the impeller housing.
togliere la scatola della girante che è questa.
4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Poi togliamo
Then it is the turn of the oil seal case, this one. 3 bolts. 1, 2 and 3. We pull everything out together with the power shaft. Then we will remove the seals.
le due estremità dei
The two
due
shafts,
sia
gear and power,
sia della potenza
have different ends.
molto diverse, quindi questo
This end is very different from the one inside the foot.
piede, così come questo
Same with the power shaft. The two ends are very different.
che sta all'interno del piede.
When disassembling, just note the differences, then reassembly is easy.
Molto semplice. Adesso smonto tutto.
Now I will remove everything, change the seals and see you in a bit.
Una volta
Once the seal case is out, we take out the seals housed inside. Or rather, once housed, because I have already removed them.
perché sono stati tolti appunto da me.
When removing, the seals are destroyed, which is not a problem. You must buy new ones anyway.
Ricomprati nuovi.
These are the two new seals that go into the case. The two faces of each seal are not the same. The first seal goes in flat side up. The second goes in the opposite way, on top of the first. So I press the seals in gently. They are seated, they won't come out, and are ready to receive the shaft.
L'olio in effetti
Oil can also leak from the gear shaft.
l'asse che comanda le marce.
This shaft doesn't spin fast like the power shaft, so instead of a seal, there is just an O-ring. So, since we are here, let's change it too.
Pure quello.
To do that, I first need to pull the gear shaft out of the foot. I rotate it clockwise from neutral to engaged. Then the shaft releases and I can slide it out.
Devo togliere questa
In order to remove this part, I also have to remove this small clip. I use special pliers, the ones with two tips to take it out.
apposita per poter essere rimossa. Abbiamo fatto.
Done.
Quindi
The clip is out.
Quindi io
So I can remove the O-ring retainer
e anche loro
and the O-ring.
sfila.
Now I clean the shaft surface with steel wool, right where the O-ring will sit. That way I get a perfect seal.
A questo punto devo inserire l'O-ring nuovo.
Next, I insert the new O-ring into its housing.
Che
It is the hole where the gear shaft passes through.
l'asse della trasmissione delle marce. Quindi a mano
With clean hands, no sands or dirt, I clean the housing.
alloggiamento,
Maybe add a little grease.
grasso. Ungo,
I grease the O-ring,
controllo che
check it.
è nuovo. Lo metto
I place it in the housing,
adesso dentro.
press it in,
Lo blocco col
then block it with the O-ring retainer, this cap-like piece.
controllo che
It must be perfectly clean.
la spingo
I
dentro
push it in, done.
e poi faccio passare la scatola.
Now I slide the seal case with the new seals onto the gear shaft. These are the new seals and I insert the shaft into the case.
All'interno dell'asse di trasmissione del cambio. Ecco, benissimo,
All good.
ci siamo. A questo punto metto la clip.
Then I put the stopping clip in its groove.
Questa piccola scarolatura qua. Quindi
Now the clip and the gear shaft are ready to go back into the foot.
asse di trasmissione delle marce pronte per essere installate poi sul piede del motore. Quindi a questo punto mettiamo
I
la
place the
posizione,
gasket.
non è speculare.
It is not symmetrical, so align the holes carefully.
E poi inseriamo
Insert the gear shaft. And it is done.
eccoci.
Perfect.
Benissimo. Quindi abbiamo rimontato
So we have reassembled the seal case with new seals.
con i paroli nuovi. A questo punto quello che c'è da fare
Now tighten the bolts.
è ristringere.
This part of the job is finished.
L'abbiamo fatto. Bisogna stringere i peli.
Always tighten, but not too much.
Bisogna stringerli
Enough, but not too strong.
giusto. Beh, io vado un po' a
Too tight and you risk to break everything.
stringere, se no si rischia di spaccare tutto quanto. Oh, questo
Done. Seals installed, bolts tightened, all good.
nuovi abitata, tutto a posto. A questo punto bisogna inserire
Next, we insert the power shaft into the foot.
questo qua all'interno del piede del motore. Bisogna stare
Be careful here. We just installed the new seals and this step can damage them.
bisogna proprio stare attenti. Questa qua è la parte
See, this is the part that goes inside the foot.
del piede.
You can see it, it could damage the seals.
È una struttura potenzialmente pericolosa.
So I add some grease.
Faccio io adesso, ci metto un po' di grasso, e poi con molta attenzione
Then, very carefully, I slide the shaft vertically into the foot.
verticalmente
And
come
this is the most important operation in life.
ecco.
All done.
A questo punto abbiamo
Shaft in place. Now we install the impeller.
la girata. Sulla base della
On the base
scatola
of the impeller housing, there is a small metal plate. It matches with the housing.
la scatola della girata. questa piattina di metallo
The plate has a central hole for the shaft,
passa l'asse di trasmissione e 4 fogli.
plus 4 mounting holes. One hole is offset, so you cannot mount it wrong.
Così da beccare esattamente la direzione di montaggio giusta. Ovviamente
The gasket goes against the plastic side for sealing.
appoggiare sulla parte di plastica così da fare tutto. Quindi ci metti
I apply grease on the gasket. Grease is nice,
tranne
except on my body.
If you like this channel, you have to subscribe. I'm Paco the Sailor Man.
allora, ho messo il grasso
So
qua,
grease here,
sul grasso qua,
grease there.
passo
Now I slide the plate onto the shaft and rest it on the seal case.
A questo punto prendo la gira
Next, I have to install the impeller I removed last year. It was greased well.
controllo che non ci siano
I
problemi
check for cracks at the base of the blades.
alla base delle lamelle.
Looks fine, but always check.
Ok.
All good.
La gira
The impeller has a small notch.
ha una sorta
Yeah, you see it well, a small notch.
si vede bene, sì. C'ha una sorta di tacca all'interno della quale
It fits onto this tiny key block,
microscopica in questo
like this.
modo. Questa struttura serve
This locks the impeller to the
a
shaft.
la girante sull'asse di trasmissione che ha una fresatura
The shaft has a groove that mates with the key,
così che
so the impeller spins with the shaft.
finalmente con l'asse di trasmissione.
Without it, the shaft would spin, but not the impeller.
A questo punto inseriamo
Now I slide the impeller onto the shaft.
attraverso l'albero di trasmissione. Si allinea
You have to align the little notch on the inside of the impeller,
questa intatta
yeah, this little one,
con questa
with the key on the shaft.
chiavetta, si allineano le
They match and fit together. If all goes well, it is not hard. And yes, incredible but true,
ci siamo
it
riusciti.
worked.
A questo punto
Now the impeller rotates with the shaft.
ruota solidalmente con la girante. A questo punto prendo la scatola
I take the impeller housing, grease the inside, so assembly is easier,
poi faccio passare
slide it onto the shaft,
allineando,
aligning the offset holes.
faccio passare questa struttura attraverso l'asse di trasmissione qua sopra. E a questo punto devo mettere
Now I need to push the impeller inside the housing.
come faccio?
How?
Faccio
By turning the shaft clockwise while holding the housing.
ma la scatola della girante. In questo modo
The blades bend and slide in smoothly.
andiamo sempre.
Let's see.
Ecco qua.
Done.
A questo punto la
The
girante
impeller is in place. Now I tighten the bolts. Again, tight but not too much.
ed ecco fatto.
And that's it. So now we have replaced the seals and reinstalled the impeller. This whole unit now goes back into the engine.
Motore. E se tutto va bene dovrebbe essere
It should be easy unless the shaft splines don't align with the engine splines.
con la ghiera corrispondente all'interno del motore. In questo caso basta girare
If this happens, just rotate a little until they match and slide in. Let's see if we make it or not.
Allora, a questo punto dobbiamo
Finally, we fill the foot with gear oil.
riempire di olio per ingranaggi, quello specifico.
There are two plugs, one on top and the other one below.
Per poter riempire di olio questa parte dobbiamo utilizzare
We must fill from bottom up, pushing the oil in from the lower hole until it comes out from the upper one. Doing the opposite is wrong, because air bubbles would remain, preventing the oil from filling the gearbox. So remove the plugs, pump oil from below until it exits above.
Finché non esce da quest'altro forno. A questo punto si mette
Then close the top plug.
e l'olio a questo
The
punto
oil
esce
won't
al-
fall out because the atmospheric pressure is not affecting the gearbox since the upper plug is in place.
e mette
Then close the bottom plug. The case is now full of oil, ready to go.
Questo che siamo partiti. Come si fa
How to push oil from below?
per farlo salire fino qua sopra? Generalmente
Normally with a pump. It screws onto the oil bottle, you pump and oil rises.
Io questa pompa non ce l'ho.
I don't have a pump, so I put together an emergency tool made of a funnel, a tube,
che finisce con
a smaller tube, and a nozzle from an old silicone cartridge.
Per far funzionare il tutto,
I insert the nozzle into the lower hole,
la parte terminale nel buco inferiore, sollevo
raise the funnel above the upper hole,
sopra dell'altezza del buco superiore verso
pour
l'olio,
oil flows down,
riempie
fills the cavity,
dell'ingranaggio, sale
rises,
il sistema dei vasi comunicanti fino
and exits the top
al
hole.
superiore. A questo punto io tappo
Then I plug the top
superiore e
hole.
sono a posto. È un po' lento.
It is a bit slow because gear oil is thick and it doesn't flow easily, but it worked. Oil in here, came out there, I closed both plugs, all good.
Insomma, tutto questo
In the end, this job costed me a lot of time and some stress,
comunque,
but it was worth it. I didn't know many things that I know now, which is
la
great.
prima volta che facevo questo lavoro.
It was my first time doing this.
Complicato, anzi,
Honestly, it is not too hard, really, because once you have all the parts, like the oil seals, assembly is easy. You just need some courage, try, remember the steps, and think.
pensate.
I would say I am making good progresses, but it is not over yet. In the next episode, I will get covered in toxic anti-fouling dust. I will apply fresh anti-fouling, and I will find a new unexpected issue to fix.
Quindi
So guys, I'll see you soon, if not on this channel, somewhere on the hook.
ciao.